Okay, hello, welcome back to another game of chess. We are playing some more chess today. E4, of course. If you were not expecting chess when you clicked on this video, I don't really know what you're doing. I mean, what do you think we were doing over here on Will Taylor Chess? We're going to play against a Caro Kann, and I'm going to bring in my bishop d3 preparation. This is, I believe, the 6th most popular move. We should see knight here, there we go. And we're going to voluntarily give up that bishop in the center, which my opponent is going to take, and then bishop f5. Go on. It's a move that a lot of Caro Kann players play, especially against the advanced. It should be one of the first moves on their mind. They go for it. Knight g3 here, bishop g6, and knight 1 to e2. Now this is some preparation. We might see this move. Okay, no, we see h6 instead. This is some preparation that I've kind of come up with actually, because I wanted to play bishop b3 for something called the Landau gambit trap. You know, there's an opportunity if instead they don't take here and they play knight here, knight f6 rather, they lose on the spot with e5 and then e6 and some really cool gambits. But this is a really interesting way of playing as well. I think either knight f4 or there's some positions where h4 is actually a really good shout. But I think knight f4 here, bringing the knight lovely and active, tucking the bishop back here, to then, ooh, is there some, I mean, there's some ideas here. There's definitely some ideas in this position. Funnily enough, I'm considering queen h5 to try and play knight to e6, but I really don't think that's a very good idea. I think I should just castle. You know what? Okay, we're gonna castle, and you see this position. I mean, the computer doesn't mind it, and already there's ideas to sacrifice from here actually. Rook e1. We're gonna go for a sack on e6 100% of the time. Oh, I mean, you're just begging me to sacrifice something here, really. I don't want to let my opponent castle. Okay, we're throwing away the knight. Bang. Sacrifice the knight for 2 pawns, open up the king, get the rook just on e6 on move 13. I mean, this is the kind of game that I want to play. Very weak across here, across this diagonal, but now we can play. If I go queen h5, we see. Oh wait, yo, queen h5. Queen h5, g6, queen e5. You have to move your rook. Probably you play rook to f8. Then what if I go queen to g7? Right, I love this. Queen h5. Now what? Actually, I mean, king d7 is an option. Then I feel like I can come onto like g4 and try and set up a discovery on this file here. But if g6, I'm going to go queen e5, rook f8. Does queen here work? If rook f7, I go check. They can go up though. It might not work actually. This may not work, but we are certainly tearing open my opponent's position. This is exactly what we want to be doing. Potential ideas of bringing knights, bishops, and obviously the other rook to e1 into the game here. And it's very challenging for my opponent to play. They're definitely going to consider playing this. They do play it straight away. Wow, okay. Honestly, queen g4. And unless you want to go back here, you're now going to have to try and, I mean, probably king c7 happens. I think king c7 trying to get rid of this discovery as an option is a really intuitive idea. And if king c7, do we go bishop f4? 100%. Wow. Okay, so we can play rook takes e7 because king takes e7 has to happen, and then we can go check. Let's just throw it in. Rook takes e7. You can't take my queen because it's a double check. Then we go check here, and my opponent's queen is going to be hanging. Now, I think I can then just, I mean, say the king goes here, I can take this pawn with check. And at the end of the day, the queen's going to be hanging. I think this might just be completely won already on move 17 here with a super attacking game. I mean, the king can't go anywhere where I can't give a check, right? It can't go here, like, strictly speaking, because those are illegal moves. Obviously, the king can't go to any of these squares. There are 4 remaining squares. If you go here or here, I just take on here. Actually, no, because then there's this. But there's other checks. I can go here, I can go here, right? The king goes here. Now I take here. There's this. So do I just go check? I think I do. Just check. Now the queen's hanging, and the king's in check, and my queen is fine. So we take that, of course. Damn. It's a little Gary Barlow reference for the Take That fans. Okay. Now we're just winning. I don't really know how that happened. I can take this pawn. Knight here is really the only move to defend here. And then can I just go here? Oh, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to go here. Knight takes h5. Knight to d7 almost certainly gets played here. And then we're going to go queen c7, pinning the knight to the king, threatening to take it, of course. Also infiltrating, threatening to take on b2. If the king comes across to protect the knight, I can give a check with rook e1, and that knight will be lost. So yeah, the rook just comes in here. I can take this, honestly, which I think I'm just going to do. Just start picking up these pawns, keep the knight immobilized. Okay. I don't really think that pawn was very significant in my game plan. I mean, obviously, we don't want to lose this knight, actually. But I can always take here, actually. Can't? Yeah, we can just take here, because we hit the bishop as well. So you take my knight, I take your bishop, and then it's just a loss. And if you don't and you move the bishop, I mean, then I get an opportunity to move my knight, and yeah, we just have like a billion pawns. My opponent is left with a measly 2, as well as having a very disorientated position and an extremely weak king. So we're going to go here, hit the bishop, threaten the e6 square with the queen. So I mean, we probably see bishop f5 here, I think. Because I don't know if you want to allow queen e6 check. That's an intriguing move. I will just take this 100% of the time. Okay, I mean, they're not requesting a take back, so we're just going to move. I mean, I assume that was a misclick, but my opponent is probably tilting and about to resign because they did not request a take back. That's the game. Wow. Damn. Okay, so here we are in the analysis. Now, I can confirm, although my face cam might be in the way, I will bring it up on screen now, but that was a 97% accurate game with 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, and 0 blunders. Just a very clinical game, apparently. And I guess that's what happens when you play my prep against the Caro Kann. Play it, bishop d3. I made a video on it. Find that on my channel. I'll probably link it in the description. But yeah, I mean, let's go through the game. So e4, c6, d4, d5, bishop d3. Now, the engine doesn't really like this. The line I was talking about earlier was if knight f6, there is e5, and if knight d7, there is e6, and if takes, there is check, g6, queen takes, pawn takes, and the bishop takes, checkmate. So always keeping this on the cards is really cool. Bishop d3, just, you know, that's one of the perks of playing this opening. Sometimes you will get that line. However, we see takes, the best move, and after takes and knight here, Stockfish recommends bishop f3, I think. Yeah, bishop f3. But I have sort of investigated a line where you play knight c3, and after takes, overwhelmingly people play bishop f5, and after knight g3, bishop g6. And in this position, I believe, let me just put on the engine. Yeah, knight 1 to e2, this is my preparation, going here, ready to get to that f4 square. And it's weirdly hard to play for black, because yes, you've given up the bishop pair as white, but you get quite a lot of tempo with your knights, and black is nowhere close to castling yet. A lot of people play e6 here, and then knight f4, you're going to win back the bishop pair anyway. So it's a very interesting approach, but my opponent goes for h6 here, and we'll leave the engine on now because I went for this knight f4 move, should have castled straight away. Then I castled, and then my opponent plays e6. Now, I was considering queen h5. I thought queen h5, g6. Then I just go across, oh, and there's the pressure on here, and there's the pressure on the rook, of course. And if here, I'm assuming you can probably get away with sacking Yeah, I mean, it's literally fine if you just throw away the knight. But even rook e1, or apparently queen e2, no way I'd play queen e2 there. But I'll probably make that part of my preparation. However, rook e1, very, very similar idea, because then best move after this seeming mistake. Stockfish has no idea what's going on. It's going all over the place. Best move, knight takes on e6. Very thematic within these kind of lines. A very standard sacrifice, because after pawn recaptures, rook takes, and I'm genuinely better here. I thought this would be at least a bit dubious, but the king, the bishop blocks. Now, king f7 is a very hard move to play when you're faced with this. You kind of want to block and maybe see if you can still castle, but then queen h5, and I'm already completely winning. And if g6, here, and if rook here, I was thinking about this, but it's probably not a good move. Yeah, because the rook just goes here. Okay. There is just bring the knight in and go, oh, look at that. Wow. I mean, just look at this, first of all. Anyway, that is not the line that happened. What happened was I then played the best move, queen g4, because I think I've had a very similar line in a game that may be on my channel, if some of you remember. You have to be a very dedicated Will Taylor Chess subscriber to remember that. However, if you do, let me know in the comments. But yeah, queen b8, I mean, he's playing queen b8 here. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're so scared of this discovery. Understandable move for my opponent to attack my queen, try and divert it off here, but then I play the best move. Rook takes bishop, temporary piece sacrifice, and it comes with double check. And in a double check, the only move ever is to move the king, because you cannot block a double check. Say they block here, there is still this check to deal with. And after the king moves, I could have gone for queen g7, which looks disgusting. Let's just have a little explore of that one. Bishop f4, that's kind of boring. And then just playing rook e1. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I guess you got to trust the process, but queen here? Oh, then I just take this rook, I guess. Fair enough. I decided bishop check here, slicing the king and the queen, and realizing that wherever this king goes, I'm going to be able to deliver a check with my queen, getting it out of danger from this pawn. And, you know, the king moved. I went check. But there's the problem that, I mean, if the king moves away, I take the queen. If the queen blocks, I still take the queen, as we saw. And from here it was really simple. Knight takes h5, best move. And then I went for queen c7, which I really like, a nice infiltrating move. And then just decided to start taking pawns. And I could have given a check here, but I decided to bring my knight back, trade this off. And my opponent resigned after this because, I mean, there's just nothing to play for. This was, I think, a misclick, but had it not been, it's still completely lost for my opponent. I've already got passed pawns. And if you look at the state after here, let's just say they took the knight here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns, and my opponent has 2. And I have the queen. It was just completely lost from there. But yeah, a super nice piece sacrifice on e6 there. And yeah, 97% accuracy. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. I'm getting quite a lot of good momentum with the channel at the moment. My last video is currently on about 1.8k views, which is really, really big for my channel. And so yeah, thank you to all of you that are supporting and that are responsible for that, because this is good. This is what I want to see from the YouTube algorithm, putting me on people's recommended, and then said people enjoying that content. So yeah, thank you very, very much. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all of that. I appreciate you. See you in the next one. Goodbye.